You can't feel grateful and sad at the same time. You can't feel grateful and upset at the same time. You can't at the same time feel grateful and hurt, vengeful, rage. You can't. Gratitude is the opposite emotion, the opposite expression of all of those things. So whenever you're feeling low, down, negative, hurt, upset, the answer is gratitude. I don't like staying in negative emotions for too long. The only one is grief. I think the only one that I let happen is grief, because I think you just have to work your way through it. I don't want to trick myself out of grief because you're feeling it for a reason. I don't actually think it's a negative emotion. I think you have to just work your way through it. But everything else, upset, anger, hurt, jealousy, rage, think about all the other negative emotions that you experience. I don't want to stay in them for too long. They don't serve me. They don't serve you. They don't allow you to show up as your best self. And so the fastest way out is gratitude, because there's always something that you can be grateful for. It's just a perspective shift. If I was sitting here in the car feeling upset or feeling sorry for myself or down on myself, I can always think back to, man, I used to make $300 a month and feel like I wasn't doing anything, that I was bringing no value, that I wasn't contributing anything. And now I get to sit in this car. I get to sit in this car, right? That little shift can make all the world of difference. I was talking to Jeremy yesterday on my team, and Jeremy is an entrepreneur I invested into, 18 months ago, I guess. He used to have a job working at a grocery store, hating his life, knowing he was capable of more, earning minimum wage, and just not liking what he was doing at all. And now he's built over $500,000 business a year doing YouTube consulting based off of what I taught him, and continue to teach him. He's got a $500,000 plus business now. And we're talking yesterday, and it was a little down because, there's the client who left him, and that happens, right? Any client service business, you get bad news, clients will leave you, you will at some point underperform, you will disappoint people. That's going to happen. And my job is to help give more perspective, to say, dude, it's okay. You're still great. Look at what you've built in the past 18 months. Look at where you were. You used to be a grocery store clerk. Now you're working with amazing people, helping them build their channels, getting paid insane amounts of money compared to what you're used to. Like, how much money do you have in your bank account compared to where you were 18 months ago? How much more fulfilled are you in the work that you're doing right now compared to where you used to be 18 months ago, right? How much of your world has changed? So don't get too down, because the down doesn't serve you. Because feeling sorry for yourself doesn't serve you. Again, it's not an emotion that I want to stay stuck in for too long, because it doesn't serve me to solve the problem. Because we can easily spiral downwards and stay trapped in a circle of self-pity, in a circle of self-doubt, in a circle of unhappiness. It's easy to get stuck in that loop, in that spiral. And it doesn't serve you. It doesn't allow you to create anything great. So the path through is gratitude. Now, one little thing that I like to do when doing gratitude, I break it down into 3 simple steps. So if you don't have a gratitude practice, this is a good one to start. It may not be the one that ultimately serves you, but I'd recommend trying these 3 things out. 3 things that you're going to be grateful for. And these are accessible to you whenever you want. You can do it right now. It's good practice to do right now, just to get the exercise. So number 1, the first thing that you want to be grateful for is pick a person. Pick somebody in your life that you can be grateful for. We are connected as a human species. When we feel that we're connected to somebody else, it makes our life better. When we feel disconnected, when we feel nobody cares, we don't belong, it's easy again to spiral out of control. So think of a human. Think of one person in your life that you're grateful for, that you're so happy that they're in your life. For me, I could think about Nina. We're sitting in the parking lot. I'm sitting in a parking lot. You can't see Costco. Nina's doing some shopping inside. Nina's so amazing. Nina allows me to do what I do best. She supports me. She encourages me. She, ever since joining the business, has brought even more love and energy and joy to my life, to the company, to the people on my team. She is a facilitator for so much of what I do. I love her. And look, in saying that out loud and in thinking about it, I'm already feeling, not that I was feeling down, but I feel more appreciative. I'm going to tell her when she gets in the car how much she means to me. So think of somebody that you feel grateful for. It could be somebody who's in your life right now. It could be somebody who was in your life that you're grateful that you spent time with them and they contributed to your life in some way. But think of a human. I want to give more definition to your gratitude practice. You're not just thinking about 3 things randomly. You're more strategic. There's more intention behind it. So the first thing you're grateful for, and practice it for a day. Practice it today, is a human, one person that you're grateful for. The second thing is something big. As entrepreneurs, we're mission driven, right? You want to solve a big problem. You want to make a huge change in the world. So remind yourself of what the mission is and how grateful you are to be on this path. Even if you're not where you want to be yet, you're not doing what you want to do fully yet, but you never are there. You never, when you hit that goal, you want a bigger goal, and I think that's great. So you're on your journey, and you're much more fulfilled on that journey than you used to be, compared to who you used to be. Compare your life to where you were 5 years ago or 10 years ago. The awareness, the education that you've gone through, the purpose, the heart that you've now discovered and tapped into on a deeper level. For me, I'd be thinking about helping entrepreneurs. I get to every day wake up and help entrepreneurs. I get to make videos, I get to make content, I get to influence people, I get to try to help 18-year-old Evans out there who's struggling with their first business, right? For you, what's your big mission? And how can you tap into it and feel it? And it may not have to take too long to do it, but just close your eyes and actually feel that you touch somebody's life. Again, it may not be the scale that you want. It's never the scale that you want. But you touch somebody's life. If one person left a comment on your video, if one person left a thumbs up on your post, you touched one person's life. Tap into what that feels like, that you had a meaningful impact on them today. So the first thing to be grateful for is a human in your life. The second thing to be grateful for is your purpose, something big in your life. And then the third thing is, I like going to something seemingly insignificant, something seemingly small, because it doesn't always have to be some giant thing that you need to be grateful for. And sometimes the big things can seem too big. So I'm looking out here. Look, here's an example. This is how my mind works. I'm looking out here. I don't know if you guys can see. There's this pole. Oops, where is it? I can't point. There's a pole there. Oops, no, hold on. This is hard to film. Okay, there's a pole here. And on the top of the pole, there's a seagull. I don't know if you guys can see the seagull. Probably not. I'm grateful for that seagull. You know, I don't know. I just look at him and I'm like, I'm grateful that seagull's there. I hope he has a great day. I hope he finds some food. Hope he gets some shelter. Hope it doesn't rain on him too much today. I'm grateful that seagull exists. And he's the only seagull on any of these light posts here. So I'm grateful for that seagull. It's seemingly insignificant, right? What does that seagull have to do with my life? Nothing. But I think that's actually super valuable if you can figure that out.
If you want another Evan rant video that just might give you the confidence you need, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
People will not understand what you're trying to do. If you are an entrepreneur with a big dream, a big mission, a big vision, some big goals for yourself, people won't understand